Hi, what's up, y'all? So we're back at it. We're back at it. It is Curtis G, aka Curtis G 24. So we're at the end of June, and what I want to do is just do a trading recap, look at the highs and lows of the month, see what the lessons were, see what we did good, what I did well, what I can improve upon, and then basically use this recap for June as a lesson for new traders. So this is going to serve as what you can reasonably expect in your trading journey, technically working with a small account, seeing some of the pitfalls, seeing some of the benefits, seeing more so a realistic view of what you're going to get trading with a small account and why it's important to do certain things with that trading. But before we jump into that, let me go ahead and take care of the disclosure or the disclaimer, which is please note that the following is not legal advice or financial advice and is provided for informational and educational purposes only. Investing in securities carries a high degree of risk and can result in the loss of your entire investment. You should consult with a qualified financial advisor or legal professional before making any investment decisions. The information contained in this presentation does not constitute an offer or solicitation to buy or sell any securities or other financial instruments. Any opinions expressed in this presentation are subject to change without notice and should not be relied upon as a recommendation to buy or sell any securities. Please do your own due diligence or research before making any investment decisions. All right. So, with that being said, y'all, we can really get into what June's trading performance P&L looked like. So, I do got my trading journal ready. And I've also been working on this dashboard. So I've been building out a calendar dashboard that will pull basically the numbers and the performance and all of that kind of stuff from my journal and automatically populate into this dashboard. It has a long way to go, but we're getting the first month and the preview of what it looks like. So, really quickly, like I said, my content is really geared towards beginner traders and showing you a very candid, transparent, open view of what it looks like to trade. So this isn't blinding you with flashy things, luxury items, trips, screenshots of $10,000, $50,000 trades. This is consistent base hits, just showing my account growing trade after trade, week after week, month after month. So here we go. We've got June of 2024. And one thing that really stood out to me as I was getting my data all formulated and built out into this dashboard is this old adage, right? This old phrase of in trading, you may have one bad trading day, but a profitable trading week. And that's what we saw here the very first week in June. So the very first trading day of June, which was June 3rd, up there at the top left. The very first trading day, I had a loss. It wasn't profitable. It was a red day, lost $96. But overall, the week turned out to be profitable. So overall, in the first week, ended up making $229. But then you also hear in that trading adage or the trading phrase, while you might have a not profitable month or week, you may have a profitable month. And so also that's relevant here. So we've got that on the weekly performance, right? We've got on this week, the third week of June, ended up losing $217. But overall for the month turned out positive with $246.77. Now you may be thinking to yourself, especially if you're in the realm of trading, you see traders post huge gains, thousands of percent profit or thousands of dollars of profit. You may want to scoff at this or look at this. But one thing I want to show you is my average trade for the month of June was roughly $984, or we'll round it out to $1,000. My highest trade was $1,164. Now, in building out this dashboard, I took the highest trade amount. And the reason why I took the highest trade amount to build out the rest of the numbers is because as I give signals or insights into the trades that I'm taking in my Discord community, I want there to be an all inclusive wide net capture of what it really took to get the profits or maybe even the losses for that month. So there's an average of about 1,000, but the highest trade was 1164. I then just took the overall profits of 246.77, divided that by the highest trade amount, and that gives a rough rate of return of 21.2%. Now, I want you to think about that for a second. That's basically a 20% return in 1 month just using $1,000 as trading capital. So if you're a beginner trader or if you have a small account, this to me is a realistic expectation that you could have for what you could gain with your trading with using a small account or only using about $1,000. Now, there are definitely things in this month that I should have did differently to have boosted or improved my trading performance. And so the key thing here is if we go back to the overall dashboard for June, what we see is on the 17th, on the 24th, these were some heavy loss days. These were definitely days where you can tell based off of the rest of the trading amounts that should not have occurred. And off top, I can tell you already that this was definitely something internal. 9 times out of 10, your biggest and heaviest losses are going to come from not being in control emotionally or psychologically. It's not going to be because the market did something outrageous or crazy that caused you to lose that money. It's going to be because you either didn't stick to your rules or that led to your emotional state being out of whack. And that's exactly what happened in these trades or these days here. So we'll go take a look at June 17th and see what exactly transpired and why that was not such a good day. So I'm going to expand this out. It's also my first time kind of testing out sharing the screen on Zoom to see how it's going to transpire, how it's going to look over. So here's my kind of crazy trading journal. I have a column for entry date, exit date, of course, the symbol that was traded over here. And then we've got the type, we've got the style. Was I swinging? Was I scalping? Was it a day trade? Did I notate the entry time? Did I follow one of my predefined setups and trading plan? What was the pattern type? If there was a candlestick pattern that I was using as well. And then the real key components of the trading journal are these right here, these columns: the notes, lesson, rationale, emotional intelligence, the improvement opportunity, and the areas of success. So we were taking a look at June 17th, and these yellow bars, just in case you're curious, they just help me separate the weeks. So everything above this first yellow bar is the first week of June, and then everything above the second was the second week, so on and so forth. But we wanted to take a look at June 17th to see exactly what happened, right? Why was that such a big loss for me? Now, the first trade of the day was Walmart calls. I was going for a scalp. I did start off following one of my predefined setups or my trading plan. And then the note or the lesson that I put is to be aware that trading in the first 30 minutes of market opening is extremely volatile, and you may need to account for that by adjusting risk tolerance and potential stop loss. And so I exited at my predefined stop loss. That's where I did do good, right? It was still a loss of $229, which is still hefty compared to the numbers and the amounts that we see kind of on a day-to-day basis, right? On the dashboard, if we go back here. So still kind of hefty when we're looking at these types of profits, but it still would have been good had I stopped with just that first trade, even with that kind of chunky loss, right? I did chart out somewhere on the chart where I wanted to get out of the trade, but I didn't stick to my overall trading rules for the day. Let's go back and take a look. And what I didn't stick to, if we go to June, what I didn't stick to was remember your lessons. Trading in the first 30 minutes of the market open is extremely volatile. And I should have exited the trade sooner than faster with the speed of the price reversal as soon as I got into the trade. So this is where it went downhill for me and why the 17th was such a major loss. I ended up getting into these Apple puts. What I will say, I say in hindsight, right? Taking a kind of a chunky loss like this, you got to be aware of your mental state because you may already be in a realm of revenge trading. And in hindsight being 2020, I think that's exactly what happened, right? I was in this state where I was like, dang, I already had this first profitable week. This was a kind of a chunky blow to take, and I wanted to get a little get back on the market and get some of that money back. But not learning from that first lesson, hey, this was still within the first 30 minutes of the trading day. And as soon as I got in the trade, it immediately reversed quite quickly. So those two signs right there, especially the immediate reversal, should have been my instant moment to get out. And then on top of that, I really didn't even have a predefined stop loss with these Apple puts. So definitely, if I wouldn't have even taken this trade, I'd be up an additional $300 for my trading performance. And then we see the same thing that kind of happened. And this is another lesson. So a lot of lessons here. And I want you to be able to take from me so that your trading journey is better. I don't really have defined what happened on the 24th in terms of my trades. What we do see here is two back-to-back losses. Kind of the exact same thing. Look at that. That's crazy. Walmart and Apple with the losses, Walmart and Apple with the losses. So we can see a recurring theme. And that's why it's really important to have a very thorough and robust trading journal, because now I might see that, okay, maybe me trading Walmart and Apple the same day is not good, or maybe Walmart and Apple are ticker symbols that I want to stay away from. I did do some analysis a few weeks ago, and it turns out that my best trading ticker, or the one that I have the most success with, is Amazon. But these are all data points, metrics, and insights that you won't get unless you have a thorough trading journal to tell you that. And I'm literally just seeing here on the chart that Monday appears to be a very tough trading day for me, right? At least in June. And then as well, trading Walmart and Apple either close together or individually, there may be some area there that I need to tighten up on or avoid or adjust risk management. So I'm showing you guys this realistically about all the things that come into play as a new trader working with a small account, the importance of having a trading journal, documenting your trades and really seeing, okay, what's going on? What do I need to improve? Where do I need to tighten up? Where am I losing money? So those two things right there, those big days, right? Just 2 days ate away a huge chunk of my profits. And I really want to show this to you because, as I said a moment ago, 9 times out of 10 is not going to be the market that does something crazy that destroys your trading profits. Is going to be losing control, getting away from your trading plan or not sticking to your trading plan. So if we go back here, we see that roughly $250 on profits for the month. But had I just exercised some control on these 2 days, right? Had I been on top of what I needed to do in terms of my trading, if we just do a quick little pickup on all of the other sales in the dashboard, or at least in the calendar here, we can quickly see that down here at the bottom right, my trading profits for the month would have been over $1,100, which would have been basically 100% return on the amount of capital or the amount of money that I used to trade for the entire month of June. So just be aware that just that easily, 2 days, just a few trades can completely tarnish your trading performance, your P&L. But fortunately, still was profitable. So I'm thankful for that. And this was still roughly a 20% return on the trading capital that I used. And so this is also something to be really, really proud of, or something to not scoff at, right? I think a lot of times, especially if you start getting into trading and it appears in your algorithm, you're seeing some very seasoned traders appear on your timeline. They're posting these 4-figure days, 5-figure days. They made $7,000, $10,000, 15,000, right? You might get blinded to that and you may think that's the bare minimum of what your trading should look like. And that's not necessarily the case. Really, what you want to focus on is consistency, getting your base hits. Don't trick yourself into thinking that every day or every trade needs to be a home run or a grand slam. Now, if you are a part of the Passive Income University community, or if you are considering getting into Passive Income University, there is the first 30 days free, and then it's $10 a month. But I wanted to do some things that really showed the tangible value that's being provided to my community members. So I have this section here, right? This PIU membership fee return on investment. So what I want to spotlight is that $10 fee based on the amount of profits that were made for the month of June shows a 2,400 or almost 2,500% return on that $10 investment. Even with these chunky losses, which I'll be real, a couple of these trades I didn't signal to the community, so the community wouldn't have even had these losses themselves, right? So I'm very thankful for that. But even with everything all inclusive, having a 2,400% return on your $10 fee is quite worth it to me. But let's say that's not the quite way, or the way that you do calculate your returns, right? You're not basing your returns on what you're paying for your monthly membership fee. If you are part of a Discord, maybe you're basing your returns on your overall trading performance. So, like I said, 21%, about 20% overall was the P&L trading performance, or rate of return, if you will. But everybody is working with a different amount of money. So on the dashboard that I built out, I also have this section here that would show, depending on your account size or your trade size, what the profits would look like for you based off of the trades that we took in the Discord community and what that translates to. So let's just say roughly you were trading with $2,700 for the month of June. That would have equated to roughly $570 in trading profits. Let's say you were working with Let's go with another random number, 700 bucks. That would have been almost $150. Let's say you were working with something like 5,000. That would have been $1,000 P&L or profits or return on your investment, which is not bad. Like I said, I'll take 20% all day with the expectation that each month, each week, each day, each trade, I'll get better and better. The key thing here is just to learn from my lesson and not get into these trades, not have or make sure that I have a predefined stop loss. And that's going to keep me from A, having these large losses, and B, making sure that I'm aware of my mental state, especially within that first 30 minutes, understanding that volatility, looking for those consistent patterns where if a trade immediately reverses on me, go ahead and get out and bounce, and then making sure that I'm following some of the lessons from my overall trading journal, right? So that's why I have an emotional intelligence section. We've got the improvement opportunities section and the areas of success. And so one of the things I realize is that when I feel peaceful and patient, that's when the trades go well. But if I feel rushed and frantic, things like that, I need to be aware of my psychological state. So I am very proud of this, even with the heavy blows and the heavy losses, still being able to get out of the month of June with about 250 bucks with some profits. Can't complain at all. And I've got some tangible lessons that I've documented that I can learn from, and most importantly, giving y'all value. If you are a brand new trader, showing you what this looks like. This is what it looks like at the beginning of your journey. At the start, you're starting to tighten up, you're starting to get better, you're working with a small account. This is a realistic expectation of what a month could look like for you. Now, of course, what do they call that? Results may vary, right? It all depends on your psychological state. How well are you staying or sticking to your trading plan and your rules and things of that nature? But this is just to give you a rough idea. So I'm definitely excited and looking forward to how July is going to turn out. But at the end of the day, I am happy with a 21% return on using just $1,000 for the month of June. Now, with that being said, I just wanted to make this short and sweet for those that are considering PIU, or if you're existing members. I'm building out this dashboard that will make the trading performance visualization a lot easier to kind of digest and process. And then it spotlights the real value that's being added, at least for me as a provider, to the passive income university community. But with that being said, if y'all got any questions or if you have anything like that where you want to follow up on, just hit me in the Discord or reach out, send me a DM. I am here for y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one, or I'll see y'all in July. All right, peace.